Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you a product that helps you hide the grids on your lace. Alright, so I want to come on here today and I wanted to show you guys a product that I found that kind of fills a need that I get asked about all the time. So there is obviously different kinds of lace out there, different qualities of lace. And one thing when it comes to lace, especially on synthetic wigs, is the size of the grid pattern on the lace. When I say that, I mean those little squares that you see on your lace that have the actual hairs knotted onto them. Those little squares are the grid of the lace. So sometimes when you get wigs, those grids can be very large or they can be very small. Obviously, the smaller they are, the more natural, the more realistic they're gonna look because they're gonna hide the knots. It's gonna look better if those are smaller. But there's always wigs out there that you're gonna love everything about it, but you're gonna get it in and the grid might be a little bit bigger than you anticipated. So I wanted to show you guys this product that I found on Amazon, of course, because you guys know I love Amazon. They also do sell this directly on their website, which I will make sure I put all those links for you guys down below. So this product is really gonna solve those problems that you have when you have those large grids. But before I show you guys this product, I wanna remind you guys of a couple of things. If you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. We are gonna be doing a huge giveaway when we hit 5,000 subscribers because that's our goal for this year. Also make sure you hit that notification bell to get notifications on all the videos I do in the future. And give me a like on this video, guys. I'd really appreciate it. And now that we've gotten all that out of the way, let me go ahead and show you this product. And I did a ton of research on trying to find a product like this, and these guys are really the only ones who make this. I bought this on Amazon. It is a little pricier. It's $25.99, I believe, which is a little bit scary. I was kind of like, how much is this? Especially when I saw how much you get, which is not a ton, but they break it down. They explain to you how many wigs you can pretty much get out of it. And now that I've used the product a couple times, I understand why it is the price that it is. And again, they're also the only ones making it. So they kind of have the corner on the market and they can really charge what they want and people will buy it or they won't. But it is the same price on their website. The only nice thing about their website versus Amazon is their website has a lot of different kind of bundle deals. And they also sell a mini size one, which I know you're looking at this and going, does it get any smaller? It does. So you can get a mini size one, which I would recommend if you want to try it out to see if you like it first. Or they have like a mini and a full size bundle. They have like, you can get different shades. They've got a lot, like 2 packs, you save some more. So if you're really like into this and you end up loving it, I would recommend going to their website to buy it versus buying it from Amazon after the first initial time you purchase it. But obviously I got it way faster with Amazon, which is the plus, because their shipping did say it was gonna take like up to 10 days, but same price on both websites. So now let's go ahead and look at this and really see why it is $25. First off, it literally looks like a deodorant stick. That's the best way for me to describe it to you. It does come up, I don't wanna twist it all the way up because it's kind of a pain in the butt to twist all the way up and then back down, but you're getting about 2.5 inches. I guess that's probably a good way to give you guys a true size comparison of the product that you're getting, and it's on that little like deodorant stick thing at the bottom. So you can twist it up, twist it down. Now, obviously, when you first open this up, the first thing you're gonna notice, which is the big difference between this and concealer, is this is a very kind of thick, waxy type texture. And it's it's a solid, like, again, I said like putty or deodorant type texture. So when you're putting concealer on these knots, like our regular concealer we use to lighten up the part line and things like that and to kind of hide like the darker little knots of the dark haired wigs, that works great for that, but it's thin, so it's not gonna fill in those knots. Whereas this, you can already tell kind of what they're going for by seeing that it's a little bit of thicker texture and it's really gonna kind of fill in those grid holes and like stay. So you can kind of already see where they're going with this before you even use it. So as you can see on this one, especially the ones that I noticed that aren't like rooted, because that darker rooting really hides the grid pattern, but this one especially, you can really see how wide those squares and those boxes are, which makes it really easy to see all the little knots, see underneath the wig, and that's kind of what we want to avoid. We want to make it look more scalp-like. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take this and we're gonna flip her inside out like we usually do when we're putting concealer on the inside of the cap to hide our knots and everything. So this is the same exact step we usually would take. So I have this right here. And then you're gonna be taking this stuff, and you can do this one of 2 ways. So this has a little bit of a learning curve on it. I'm not gonna lie to you. The first time I did it, I was like, what is this? How am I supposed to do this? So I've kind of figured out there's a couple tricks or tips and tricks I have for you to make this a little bit easier the first time you do it, because I was struggling a little bit the first time. So it is very waxy, which means when you go ahead and swipe it, you're gonna almost see like chunks of it come off like this. It like beads, and it's like a wax. I know you guys probably can't see, but it's like a wax. So I found that I just get a little bit of it on there, and then I take my hand and I just kind of take it and I blend it in, just like Play-Doh. I know that sounds crazy, but I found when I was taking the stick and going like this with the stick, it was giving me a bunch of these little tiny crumbs, and it was getting on the wig, and then I was having to pull these waxy things out of the wig. So I just found that it was easier if I just put a little bit of it right here where I'm gonna start, and then I just blended it down and rubbed it in, and then I would go to where I noticed that it didn't make it, and then I would do the same thing, and I was just kind of slowly making my way down. And the whole goal is obviously to not really see any of those holes. So you're really just filling in the grid. But this just made it a lot easier and a lot less messy, because I was going like this at first because I thought that's what, like, it's a stick, I should be able to rub it on like I would with anything. And it was giving me like all these little tiny beads of the product, and it was going everywhere. So you're also losing product too. So I just found this was like the best way to utilize the product as much as possible and make the least amount of mess as possible as well. Now you can do the same exact thing on a free part as we're doing on this fixed part. This was just one I specifically wanted to do because it really had really thick, big knots that I could really show you the comparison. But you can do this on a free part. Obviously you're gonna need more product, which means that you're gonna use this a lot faster if you're doing this on free parts. Once you feel like you're good to go and you're all rubbed in, and it's gonna feel very waxy. It's a very waxy, thick kind of texture. The nice thing about that is it's not water-based like the concealers are that we put on there, so it's not gonna wear off as fast. It's really gonna be on there. One way that I really found that it was easy for me to get off with was some Dawn dish soap, but that's just because it breaks down more waxy type things, so that makes sense to me. So now I'm just gonna take this, I'm flipping this over, back up here a little bit for you guys, and then I'm just gonna take my fingers, just like I usually always do when I'm putting concealer, and I'm just gonna take my fingers and I'm just gonna kind of rub a little bit more here on the top and just make sure that those grids are really filled in really nicely, and I'm not seeing any holes or any spots or anything like that. And now you can really see, I'm gonna get up close again for you guys, the difference. Obviously you can't see my hand under there anymore, and it really just fills it in and makes it look way better. And you're not gonna be able to see the hair underneath. You're gonna be able to see all of that, all those knots. It really hides the knots. I would not recommend putting this on this outer area here. If you're still wanting to lighten up this part more or define this part more, I would use regular concealer on the top part right here. It's just gonna go right on top of all of that, and it's fine. I've done that with this wig. I've already done this to 4 fixed part, so 4 middle part wigs, and I've barely used any of the product. I still have a ton left. Let me know if you guys have used this before and if you love it, or if there's another product out there similar to this that I just couldn't find. I'd love to try it out as well. I'm all about trying out new products, especially ones that are actually branded for wigs, because most of the time we're all using stuff that's meant for other things on our wigs. So this is actually meant for wigs, so that's also exciting as well. Like I said in the beginning, if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notification on all the videos I do in the future. And give me a like on this video, guys. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.